Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right to it. No introductions today, but we're going to talk a little bit about letting go of things that no longer serve you. So as you are on this journey to self-love, self-care, you are taking the time to really work on yourself. And so as you're working on yourself, there are things that you have to let go to get to the other side and become the woman that God is calling you to be. So, the number one thing that you must let go is past hurt and past pain that you've dealt with, either from your childhood up until now. This process is probably the most important process in your journey, just because if you are still holding on to past pain and past hurt, it kind of hinders you from becoming everything that God has called you to be because you are still in a place of woundedness. You're still in a place of brokenness. And so when you're in that place of brokenness, yes, God can still use you, but at your full capacity, he wants us to be whole so that way we're able to pour in and help other people. So part of that journey starts with letting go of the past. And so this part of the process, like I said, is the most important and it does take time. So definitely don't rush it. Work it out with the Holy Spirit and really ask Him to reveal those areas to you that you are either still holding on to from your childhood or things that you're still holding on to even in your adult life. And as He reveals those things to you, kind of walk it out, walk through the process, ask yourself these questions. How did it make me feel? What was the situation? How did it make me feel? Um, and then ask, like, what did I learn from that situation? But really work with the Holy Spirit on this because, again, He knows everything and He's going to be able to reveal those deep wounds that you have. And obviously, the Lord wants us to be whole, He wants us to be healed, He wants us to be free and happy. And so, working through this process with Him is a game changer. He's like your therapist, right? And so as you're coming to him and you're being vulnerable and saying, Lord, I really want to get to the other side of this. I want to be everything that you called me to be. What are some areas that I'm still holding on to? And really take the time and work this out. In my personal journey, I'm still unpacking layers because he doesn't reveal everything to you all at once, right? So it's layer by layer by layer. He reveals things, you work those things out, then he reveals something else to you, and he works those things out. But I was on my journey for about 5 years, guys. 5 years, okay? It seemed like it was longer. But I have been on my healing journey for 5 years, and it was just little things, layers by layers, that he was showing me, and I had to work these things out. So give yourself some grace, give yourself some time, and work this out with the Holy Spirit. Number two, one of the other things that you need to let go that no longer serve you are friendships. Certain toxic friendships that are not good for you. And I'll give an example. So we know when we are insecure and, we are lost and we don't know who we are, we tend to hang out with people who are also lost and don't know who they are. And we try to fit in, right? And oftentimes there is a lot of competition, or you have that one friend who secretly doesn't like you, and they're always saying little comments and be like, "Oh, girl, I'm just playing." Those type of friendships, they no longer serve you because when you're on your journey, you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to heal. You don't need people like that around. Who you need are people who are either on the same journey as you, and someone who can actually help you get to the other side, or someone who actually gets it, right? And when you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, when you guys are all going in the same direction, that really helps you get there faster. Because if you're hanging out with people who have no desire on working on themselves, who have no desire of getting to the other side, and kind of want to stay stagnant, it keeps you stagnant. It keeps you stagnant. It keeps you in the same place, or you either get pulled back. So really evaluating who are the friends that no longer serve me in this season, and kind of letting those friendships go, and even asking the Holy Spirit, like, who are some people that I have to let go in this season? And, he'll show you. In my personal journey, I have a lot of like friends, people that I used to like go out with or whatnot. But when I was started working on myself, I kind of like cut a lot of things and people off. And it wasn't as if, I was like, I don't want to be your friend or anything like that. It was just because I was spending time working on myself. And there may be a season where, God will bring those friendships back when you're happy and when you're healed and when you're in a different place. So that way you can be able to minister to them, or you're able to, help them find their selves. But when you're in that process, it's really important to be around people who get it, be around people who are on the same journey as you, so you can get to the other side. And the last thing that you need to let go that no longer serves you is negative habits. So, an example of a negative habit can be negative thinking. I talk a lot about that, kind of the power of your mind, and breaking those negative thought patterns. So negative thinking, speaking negatively about yourself. So we talk a lot about that as well. And other negative habits can be, just things that that you need to let go. It could be drinking, could be smoking, things that is not beneficial to the woman that God has called you to be, okay? Or the woman that you envision in your mind being. And slowly letting those things go. And it is hard to, especially when you have thought negatively all your life. Those are habits that take time to break. So it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to stop doing this cold turkey. Like, no, like it takes time to do these things, because then, you have to replace it with something that is a good habit, and that takes time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the episode there. So just a recap, we talked about things that we need to let go of things that no longer serve you. So we talked about past hurt and past pain. We talked about toxic friendships, and then we also talked about negative habits. So I'll go ahead and end the episode there. Hopefully this was beneficial to you guys, and I will chat with you guys next time. Bye.